The air was thick with heat and the shrill hum of cicadas. That summer seemed to hang heavier than most. The sky a pale bleach blue with no breeze to stir the woods. 3 siblings set out from their family's farmhouse late in the afternoon, their sneakers crunching dry gravel as they made their way toward the edge of the forest. The sister led. She had always been the one to dare the others to go further, to climb higher, stay out longer, touch the strange and forbidden. Her little brother trailed close behind, all elbows and wide eyes, nervous but unwilling to be left behind. The eldest moved at a slower pace, not out of fear, but watchfulness. He didn't like this trip, though he never said so aloud. They had heard stories about the mine all their lives. Whispers traded behind closed doors, fragments picked up from old men on porches or muttered around late-night campfires. The mine was old, older than the town itself, it seemed, and its history was written in blood and rock. It had been sealed after the collapse, decades ago. No official record told for sure how many were lost. Some said a half dozen. Others claimed the entire night shift. Rescue efforts had been abandoned after the second cave-in. Since then, nature had tried to reclaim the site, but the forest surrounding the mine remained oddly still, untouched by birds, insects, or wind. The siblings hadn't planned to go all the way there. It was one of those idle summer dares, an idea passed between them like a secret. But the girl pressed forward with purpose. She had heard something between a teacher and the janitor uttered at the back of the school library, about a hidden stash deep within the tunnels, supposedly filled with letters and belongings from when the mine still breathed with life, many from the miners who had lost their lives. The path through the woods narrowed as the trees thickened. Their laughter began to fade, replaced by silence, the kind of silence that doesn't just fall but spreads, like ink in water. By the time they reached the mine's entrance, the sun was just above the treetops, casting long, clawed shadows. The opening yawned before them, black and immense, exhaling cool air that smelled faintly of rust and wet earth. "Just a peek," the girl whispered. "Then we head back." They stepped inside. The mine's interior swallowed light. Their flashlights flickered, casting jittering cones that revealed warped wooden beams and half-rotted equipment. The walls wept with condensation, and a deep groan echoed somewhere in the distance, as though the earth itself was shifting in its sleep. They explored in silence now. The deeper they went, the stranger things became. Old tools lay in piles untouched by time, as if the workers had just stepped away. Deep scratches marred the walls, from tools, but maybe not. And occasionally they'd find dusty footprints untouched by the hand of time, always leading further in. Eventually, through the maze-like tunnels, they found it. A row of pitted lockers against the wall in a small room off from a main shaft, half crushed beneath a mound of fallen rock, but still intact. They dragged each free, coughing through the dust released from their efforts. Inside were letters, dozens of them, wrapped and bound with frayed ribbon. Many spoke of the mine. The miners felt a presence as they worked beneath the earth, a malevolent force that crushed their will and siphoned their energy. There were descriptions of voices coming from the walls, of tunnels that seemed to change direction, of something living beneath the mine itself. "I think we should go," the eldest said, voice hoarse. They began to hurry back the way they came. The sister led the way, followed by her younger brother with the eldest bringing up the rear. Flashlight beams began to dim. The girl's light sputtered and went black. She hit it against her palm. When the beam returned, her older brother was gone. No cry, No echo, just absence. They had no choice but to backtrack looking for him, calling his name as they went.
Tim! Timmy! Timmy!
They found him minutes later, hanging from a rusted support beam by a length of wire. His body swayed gently, and his eyes stared with a milky emptiness, lips still parted in shock. His flashlight lay shattered beneath him, its beam pointing straight into the void. The girl screamed. She grabbed her younger brother's hand and they ran, heartbeats pounding like war drums. The mine twisted around them, each turn unfamiliar, each path longer than the last, their own footprints raising dust behind them. Something seemed to shift in the dark, sometimes ahead, sometimes behind, never fully seen. An ominous presence. As they rounded a corner, the ground gave way beneath the girl. She cried out once before plunging into blackness. Her brother crawled to the edge, shouting her name.
Kim! Kim! Kim!
There was no answer, only the sickening crack of her body against stone, far, far below. He was alone now. He kept running, blind and breathless, guided only by instinct and flickering light. The air grew colder, heavier. The mine itself groaned like some type of hungry beast. Then, light, faint and grey, filtering through dust. The entrance. He surged toward it, tears streaking his dirt-covered face. But just as he reached the mouth of the tunnel, a steel plate, slick and sharpened, slammed down from above with a thunderous clang. It caught him mid-step, severing him in half with a single mechanical motion. His body crumpled forward, twitching slightly as if still trying to reach the entrance. The light flickered once more and died. In the bowels of the mine, the letters rested undisturbed, waiting for someone to try and collect them.